This is why it is so valuable and so powerful to get right back to nature. We've just returned from a pilgrimage to Central Australia. Some of you here were on that pilgrimage. Some of you were challenged by some of the moments, the events. Yes, you also experienced the gifts that were far deeper. Yet inevitably, some of the challenges were exposed, inevitably the attachments of the mind and the conditions. But how readily, how powerfully, and how inevitably nature reveals, again, what is true. I guarantee if you sit out in nature, not just for half an hour, but for a day, 2 days, 3 days, 7 days, 10 days, and you really sit with nature, free of the distractions, the interruptions, you will begin to see truly the nature of your self-existence. You will see that it is not a fight, a battle. It is not something to run from. It is not something to have prejudice about, to attach to one moment, to reject another. Because why? That's actually impossible. Because why? Everything seen, met, and experienced is rising and falling, coming and going. And there you still are. There still is existence. Here. Here is life. Part of the experience was the gift of connecting with the indigenous people as well. And why this is so significant, even if one can't relate to the indigenous heritage or bloodline, even if I did not have that heritage or bloodline, I can clearly convey why it is so relevant to every single person. You see, the indigenous people have experienced only in the last 100 odd years the disconnect from nature. It is so fresh, it is so raw, it is so young to be misplaced, to be uprooted from earth, from one's own very womb, creation. This is so fresh and so raw. The wounds are still present. The understanding, the comprehension of this distinction, this contrast between being absolutely at one with nature, knowing the fabric of existence, and having oneself rooted in the certainty of existence and the laws and the forces of creation. That is assurance of well-being. To be uprooted from that is devastating. It produces profound ignorance. It produces profound conflict, profound blindness. And so it is that in actual fact, every single person, and especially I'm going to refer to white people or European people or Caucasian people, especially so, do not even realize that the primary conflict and grief that is being experienced is actually because your misplacement and dislocation is so far back, it is buried so deeply in the past that you don't even realize you have that grief within you. You have that disconnect within you. You have lost that knowing, that certainty, the interconnectedness of life, creation, the forces of nature. The truth is, actually, every single one of us, at the root of our beingness, being human, at the root of it, we are all indigenous. We are all born of earth. We all emerge from creation. We don't somehow arrive here like we just landed plop. No, we emerge from existence. We are existence. So if you live in harmony, in contact with, intact in your relation with earth, with nature, with the creative forces, then actually this whole sham of so-called modern living is suddenly revealed for what it is. It's a sham. What you are chasing, what you think is so important, the fight, the struggle, this effort, this human conditioned effort to grasp for, attach to the good, the positive, what the mind says, what the mind thinks is right. The rejection, the aversion to what the mind says is wrong, is not okay, not so good. It becomes irrelevant